What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Grand Scheme. This is Grant Kahonu here, smoking it down live on this Thursday evening. I hope that you are doing well. Trey Charles, what's up, man? First one here this evening. It's good to be back. Had a hectic week. Had to take a few nights off, some intentionally and some unintentionally, but we're back here, back tonight, hitting up the arena. Got to grab ourselves a hood. Try to get a few things straightened out here, adjusted properly. There we go. All right, have you recovered from your arena grind? Trey Charles, going for a hood yourself? Lone Wolf Gaming, what's up, man? Good to see you tonight. Gotta wet my whistle. John Wesley Thomas, what's up, man? Good to see you. How are you? Almost to 1.5 in the arena. I'm not sure what I'm going to go for. I think probably 4.5. Really not sure what the cutoff is going to be for this champion or what to shoot for. It's hard really to tell. I don't think he's going to be the 6 million range, but with a feature champion that's not really one that's going to be coveted too much, I imagine people are going to put the time and the effort into get a hood if they don't have him. So that may drive the score up a little bit. We shall see. King Josiah, what's up, man? How you been? Not grinding for these between school and things around the house. I don't have the time. I understand that. It's been a hectic week. I didn't even get all the milestones in either arena this last run, and hopefully things settle down enough that I'll be able to grab hood this time around. I've got a pretty good start on it, almost 1.5 already, and I think 4.5 will get him. At least I hope so. Hey, of course I'm going to ask John Wesley Thomas. I'm doing well, but like I said, it's been a rough week, rough couple of days, and I've missed hanging out with you guys in the evenings. The boss, what's up, man? Time to get back to Act 4. Indeed, get that knocked out, man. How much more you got to go? It's good to see you, King Josiah. Good to see you. Lone Wolf Gaming, always wanted to know how you guys get 1 million plus points. Just playing a lot. Oh, this one's got unfazed active. Look at that cruelty buff up there. Reverse all that damage. That's alright. We'll get her down anyway. Doing Act 4 now as well. Congrats. Good luck to you. Legacy, what's up, man? Just finished your stream. I saw that you were on earlier, but I couldn't get on. We had some company over this evening, so... Haven't done Act 4 like a week. Now I gotta do it. What chapter are you on there in Act 4? Chappie, what's up, man? How was your day? Still on 524. Man, 524 is tough. That one, I think, was the most difficult for me. So I went ahead and caved. I've been holding on to 2 Mutant Awakening gems. I didn't want to use one on Iceman. I wanted to try to get him awakened from Arena first. And I knew I was going to be facing a Spider-Man on a Stun a Mutant node today. So I went ahead and caved in and used that Awakening gem on him, thinking that was going to help a whole lot. And I ended up losing that fight anyway. That Spider-Man wrecked me. If I mention how much I hate Spider-Man, he sucks. Alright, good luck to you, Legacy. I hope you do better than I did. Aiden Reyes, what's up, man? Good to see you in the stream again. Who should you awaken, Cable Phoenix or Scarlet Witch? Do you have to awaken one of them, and are you planning on using a generic? Since that's 3 different classes, if it's a generic gem, I wouldn't use it on any of them. What's up, D King? Good to see you. 424. Yeah, no problem, man. Good evening, Pursuit. Good to see you again. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not even quite sure how I died so much to him. Part of it was, I think even though I knew he wasn't going to evade, I wasn't playing the intercept game very well and blocking a lot. And one missed evade of his first special. Attempted to evade it, broke my ice armor, and then after that, just the block damage did me in. I got him about 2/3 of the way down. It was a little frustrating because I actually lost Daredevil on my first fight. First time I've ever seen anybody place a magic on node 19, that unblockable second special. But I've got 3 points in Pacify, which usually works pretty well for me. Against magic, I'll just stun her and then push her over that bar of power, but she got limbo every single time. And so I lost Daredevil on my first fight without taking any hits at all, just from that limbo. And then second fight was at Spidey, and got him down about 2/3 of the way, and thought, well, I can finish him off. I had magic class disadvantage, and then lost her too. Like, oh man. It was a really poor showing on my part. You hate Spider-Man, wouldn't mind having him? Yeah, he is my nemesis. Have you heard of Phoenix Instant SP3 Parry? Then use about 6 or 7. Right, yep. Yeah, because it burns up all of those Phoenix Force charges and drives her power meter for everyone she uses. I like to do 4 or 5 heavy attacks and then just get her to the second special and reset it that way. But definitely you can do the third special. Yeah, it's good to be back, man. Just a couple of hectic days. Did manage to get an afternoon stream in, though, this week, which is uncommon. Is it worth grinding for him? I think so. I think so. He's not. He wouldn't be my first choice for awakening. I mean, for putting signature stones into as far as Mystic Champions. But you know, if you don't have Voodoo, then maybe wouldn't hurt to awaken him, definitely. Or if you'd rather just have the shards, then knock out the milestones, do a little bit above that, and get in that 11% bracket. I don't have Hood at all yet, so I am just grinding for him to add him to my roster. I don't know that I will grind again next week to awaken him because like I said, most of my, or all of my gems, my signature stones are going to be going to Voodoo until he's at 79. Does he have to be awakened to be good? I'm trying to remember exactly what his signature ability is. I was just reading over that earlier today. Let me take a look. I have to go over. I don't have him as a 4-star. I can check out the 3-star. I think he does some pretty good stuff unawakened. See, my 3-star is only a 1, so becomes stun immune when his invisibility is in cooldown, and he has a 15% chance to steal 10% of the opponent's power, so he can power steal, and the his chance of power stealing goes up with his signature level. So I don't think it's necessarily game-changing for him, but I do have one guy in my alliance, a good friend of mine, who's got a 5-star at rank 4. He loves him, not only because of the critical hits here, chance to stagger the opponent, preventing them from gaining their next buff for 7.5 seconds, but also that stun immune while his invisibility is in cooldown. He says is a huge asset for Hood, but I don't know that it makes a. I don't think it makes or breaks the champion. Already have him, yeah. I duped my Electro again this afternoon, so I thought that was kind of fitting. I wasn't planning on going for him anyway. I mean, it crossed my mind just for the shards, but then after duping him again this afternoon, figured, nah, there's really no reason. I'm going to devote my time here and try to get Hood. If I get a decent score in, I'll probably start on the other arena just at least to get in the pool for the 10% there and grab a few of the milestones, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. John Doe, what's up? Play Hood since he was available, top tier champ. Just play him extensively, you'll see how OP he is. Yeah, that stagger looks to be one of his best attributes. I know a lot of alliances put him on that unblockable second special, but I don't see him a lot elsewhere on Alliance War defense. But the people that I know that use him tend to use him on offense more for Alliance Quest. Hood cutoff predictions. Really hard to say. I am going to shoot for 4.5 to 5. and hope that's enough. I think probably his synergies for Alliance War defense might be a contributing factor, since he gets that. I think he isn't that with Dormammu gets adds like such a percentage to revive. Iceman, he comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, I think, because the next, I think the next feature or the next basic that used to be a feature, so 2 weeks will be Archangel, and then 2 weeks after that will be Psylocke, and then 2 weeks after that will be Iceman. Yeah, that invisibility, that's a nice defensive measure too. What's up, Ramaesh Tavasuja? Good to see you. There we go. Pumped about Archangel. Yeah, me too. I need to get my hands on him. I was just saying earlier I was been holding on to 2 Mutant Awakening gems. I was planning on awakening Iceman from Arena, grabbing Archangel using one of the gems on him, and then saving the other for Deadpool when he comes back around, but I caved today and used an Awakening Gem on Iceman because I knew I was going to be facing a Spider-Man on an unblockable or on a stun immune node in Alliance War. Is Hulk worth awakening with the generic gem? Don't really like using him. Hulk is a beast, but I would not use a generic gem on him. He's not a game changer. He's a lot of fun to play, but in my opinion, not worth a generic. There are very few champions in the game right now that are worth a generic gem. Busy and got a lot of work to do? I know the feeling. Been hoping to pull Archangel for weeks. Looks like gonna be stuck. Yeah, he's gonna be up there. Do you know Brutal DLX? Nope. That's your son? Probably ought to get your credit card away from him. Just kidding. I don't know how much that guy spends. It's got to be a lot. Oh, I just totally got KO'd by Superior Iron Man. I knew that S2 was coming, and I just evaded too soon. Terrible. Electro, Thor, Black Bolt, or Strange to rank 4. Thor out of those 4. He's the best champion out of the ones you've listed there. Arjun Malik, welcome to the stream. Please give me an idea how much will be arena cutoff for Hood. Like I said, I just... this one is difficult for me even to guess. I am going to do between 4.5 and 5 and hope that that's good. But it's really hard to know, considering he's not exactly a champion that ever... I mean, he's not a Voodoo. He's not a Hyperion, but he is a pretty well-rounded, solid champ, and the feature champion is not one that I think a lot of people are going to be grinding for, other than just, you know, to get the shards kind of thing. Feature champion is going to be a pretty low cutoff. So that may drive up the number of people grinding for the basic. Hard to say. Sealy59, thanks for the sub. Is Cable worth upgrade to rank 440? Yeah. Or Scarlet Witch? Yeah, I think Scarlet Witch is still worth 440 as well. She's not as great as she used to be, but she's still a very solid champion. On a little early. No, actually I was a little bit late tonight. I think we got on about 11:15. I usually try to be on about 11, but was behind. I hadn't done a thumbnail. Needed to get into Alliance War, so I had to do that kind of stuff before jumping on here. But I've missed a couple of nights, so I needed to, had to make sure I was on. Still a little bit tired. I don't know what my deal is this week. I'm usually a night owl, but last couple nights I have just crashed way earlier than I intended to. Oh, this ought to be fun. Class disadvantage, Spider-Man. I hate that guy. Have I said that already this evening? He just completely demolished my Alliance War team. Dicer21, what's up, man? Good to see you tonight. Cable's pretty good for questing, not quite good enough for Alliance War, Alliance Quest. Hasn't got any defensive kills. I've seen people placing him on unblockable first special with kinetic reactor with good results. Evade right out of the middle of a combo. There we go. Overall rating, what am I at? I don't remember. 460, something like that? Does Hood have regen? That's part of his signature ability. He has a chance to steal power. Oh, I guess not life steal, right? Oh my goodness. Pay attention. We just read that signature ability. I think it was power steal, not life steal. I'm not aware of any regen. But I'm not an expert on the character since I don't have him yet as a 4-star. Trey Charles, that's totally understandable, man. Totally understandable. My kids start school next week. Have a good night, though. Thanks for dropping in. It's always good to see you. Forgot Magneto magnetizes Yellow Jacket. So no Power Sting. There's one. Got a Power Sting that time. Alright, have a great night, Trey Charles. We'll see you tomorrow. Yellow Jacket special still broken? No, I wasn't broken there. It's just that's the effect of Magneto having him magnetized. He reduces ability accuracy against magnetized opponents by 40%. Oh, won't connect. I haven't had a problem with the L1. Haven't tried the L2 recently. But it seems like so they fixed Ultron, so you can combo into his second special, but it's kind of messed up other champions. I've had problems with other people comboing into a special. Who will be in the next arena after Hood and Electro? Well, the next week feature is going to be Doc Ock. Don't know who the basic's going to be. Can't remember who that was. The following week we don't know who the feature will be, and then the basic will be Archangel. Superman versus Green Lantern. What's up, man? How often do I see you? Every time you come into the stream. Raging Chipmunk. Welcome, and that's an awesome name. X23, Sig 1, 440, is she worth rank 5? I think she's worth rank 5. Especially if you need a regen champion. Her regen's not as strong as Wolverine, but still very good. And I don't know that she has to be a really high signature level, because that has to do with her critical damage. Obviously, the higher the better, but I'm not sure how much. Usually, most champions, they'll have like a tipping point, or a point at which you have diminishing returns for your signature stones, and I'm not sure what hers is. So for example, like Vision, after about signature 35 or 40, he gains very, very little benefit from throwing Sig Stones on him. I'm not sure where X23's cutoff is. Next basic is Iron Man. Shraven, thank you. I was thinking Iron Man, but I couldn't. I didn't want to say that without being sure of it. Level 23 and grind every day. Well, grind every day. That's how you progress. So you'll be past 23 before too long. Trolls Gaming, welcome to the stream. Doing well. What do I think about Doc Ock? I think he has promise. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on him yet. Haven't heard a lot of feedback. I just know his description is complicated, so I think that is giving some people pause about him. But from what I can understand, reading his abilities and his play, I think he does have some promise. I would love to get my hands on one. Rodrigo Flores, hello to you. Good to see you. A feature 5-star crystal's worth it. Well, is it worth it to gamble? I mean, you might get a really good payoff, or you might spend an extra 5,000 shards for a champion that you could have got with 10,000. Really, the best way I can answer that. Raging Chipmunk, thanks for the sub. I hear you. Superman versus Green Lantern. I hear you. Just keep coming by, hang out. Get to know us, and when I need more mods, then we'll take it from there. Got X23 from Arena today just to awaken her. Nice. I like her. I like her a lot. Unfortunately, she won't get ranked anytime soon. Archangel will likely be my next mutant to get awakened or to get ranked. And then after that, I don't know. It's going to be between Rogue, X23, and Wolverine. The Imperious One, what's up, man? Welcome back. Thank you, Raging Chipmunk. I appreciate the compliment. About to get a 4-star crystal. Very good luck to you. Who are you hoping to get out of that crystal? How much do you think Iron Man's cutoff will be in the next arena? I imagine he'll be... Yeah, he's going to be pretty low. He's not only an old champion that most people are going to have, but he's also not a very great champion that people are going to want to spend a whole lot of time to grab him from arena. At least I don't think so. You know, I might grind for him, but only because it would be easy shards if I got him. Random power drain, ridiculously redundant. That's a good way to put it. Let's try to stop getting beat up by Phoenix here. Cutoff for Hood. Shraven, I don't know what the cutoff's going to be. I'm going to shoot for 4.5, between 4.5 and 5 million, and hope it's good enough. These arenas where the basic is far more desirable than the feature are really hard to predict. Don't have Iron Man, so probably go, yeah. Yeah, if you don't have him, he's worth the grind. I imagine he'd probably be about a 4.5 million champion, so just above the milestones will probably grab him. You want to get a 4-star X23. Nightshade? You mean Nightcrawler, maybe? Which Iron? Just the regular Iron Man, and it is next week. Not next week. Sorry, Doc Ock is next week. Yeah, he's the base. Is he? Wait. Now I'm confusing myself. Is he the? He's not the basic. Yeah, he is the basic. I'm speaking about him as if he were the feature. I should just pull up the picture so I stop confusing myself, right? Alright, so this week, basic Hood. Next week, basic Iron Man. And feature Doc Ock. So yeah, I was saying that backwards. Yeah, I mean, you could probably get Iron Man then for roughly 2 million if the milestones go to 1.5. Would not be surprised if he was 2 million or less cutoff. Local gaming vlogs, thank you. Appreciate the sub there. Art of Chaos, what's up, man? Congrats again on your #1 spot on your legend run. Excellent, excellent job. Rodriguez Flores, hi to you again. Might be getting into the labyrinth. Nice pursuit. Just tired of waiting on that 5-star. I know the feeling. Yeah, there you go. You guys are correcting me. Doc Ock feature Iron Man basic. Well, if you hang around my stream for a while, you know I do that often. I confuse myself when I talk too much. What was your time, Art of Chaos? I'm curious how fast you did that. Alright, Aiden, good luck. How long you stream for? I usually go till 12:30 or 1 o'clock, probably closer to 1. Well, to give you a point of reference, it's about midnight here now, so another hour. So got a late start tonight, so probably about another hour. 3 hours and 51 minutes. That's awesome. Gimped Green Goblin to boost potential OG Vision sales. I don't know. I think my theory is they're trying to make the new champions complex. We don't. None of these new champions coming out are just, you know, very simple abilities triggered by, you know, a special attack, or, you know, things like a bleed on a special or a straightforward regen, you know, those kind of things. All of these new champions are complex, can do multiple things. You have to play the champion in a specific way to accomplish a certain ability. And sometimes those combinations work out very, very well, and sometimes not quite so well. So I think that's just one of the things. They gave him just a partial power control because he's got so many other debuffs that he can place on the opponent. You know, if they put too much into one of those abilities, then it would throw his balance off. Now, whether or not they accomplish the balance to balance the champion in what they've done, that's another thing altogether. But that's how I understand these champions now coming out. And at least theoretically, I agree. I agree with it. I love to see the more complex champions, and I think they do need to be balanced. But I guess you can't get a home run with every one of them. Yeah, I failed on Carnage and Green Goblin, which it really is disappointing. It's unfortunate because, I mean, those are two of the most popular Spider-Man villains, right? Kind of want those two to be OP. Duped 4-star Storm out of a PHC. Nice, congrats on that. Any 4-star from a PHC is welcome. Alright, good luck in Arena, Raging Gem Monk. Thank you, sir. Who should you awaken? Voodoo, Archangel, Classic Daredevil, Scarlet Witch. Voodoo or Archangel? If you need to awaken anybody, those two would be my first choice. Yeah, that's a pretty standard approach, Imperious One. You gotta use full suicides and mutant crit team. After that, it's just a matter of skill and how fast your device is. And not taking potty breaks. Anonymous Gamer, what's up? Good to see you. You don't want to take Thorn's Node? Man, I already lost my entire team quick shot. It was ugly. I lost Daredevil on the unblockable L2 because they had a magic there. And my Pacify did not work one time. She triggered Limbo every single time I pushed her above 1 bar of power. And of course she starts the fight with Limbo too. So lost Daredevil to magic without taking a single hit because of the stupid Limbo. And then Stun Immune Spider-Man on 28, which I anticipated. I awakened my Iceman just for that. Got him down about 70% and lost Iceman. Thought I could finish him off with my magic. Of course, class disadvantage there. That was a fail. Lost her there too. It was just this is the worst The worst I've done in war in a long, long time. Very disappointed in myself. I think Art of Chaos, that may be part of it, but don't sell yourself short, man. You know, even if some people were off doing that one, the time you put in is phenomenal. You definitely earned that. Gwenpool has a high base attack, though, and the bleed on top of that, so, you know, she's not a bad option. Obviously. Take a potty break, but you pee like a girl so you can keep fighting. There you go. Or just do your legend run in the bathroom. 4-hour potty break. Took OG Vision to 550. Nice. Congrats. I would love to have an OG Vision. Next time he comes around, I will be getting one. Mordo, yeah. Sometimes, some wars he is easy. He's a piece of cake, and other wars just a complete pain in the rear. Nilesh, welcome to the stream. Cut off for Hood? I have no idea. Since the feature is not one that I think a lot of people are going to be eager to grab or need to grab, I think it might drive up the basic. Hood is also a really solid champion, even if he's not top of his class. He's still solid. I've been saying I plan on doing between 4.5 and 5, and hope that that's good enough. And yes, Chappie going for Hood. Jonathan Mikado, what's up? Duped 4-star Electra. Nice. Have you got her ranked up? Over 5 million, you think? Oh, listen to this guy. I guess I better do more grinding than I had planned on. Mr. Bonecastle, welcome back to the stream. Is 4-star Falcon any good? He's a little good. As far as the skill class goes, he's an okay champion, but well, in my opinion, I don't know if this makes him maybe not a good champion. It's not that he's not a good champion, but most skilled champions are better than he is. How about that? If I hit his thorns in the morning, will that be fine? Yeah, man, I'm not in a hurry. I even debated today. I'm like, I really don't want to bring Daredevil just to hit this one node. I should bring in somebody else. I'd rather bring Hawkeye or even my Storm in instead of Daredevil. And I decided not to do that, kept Daredevil in, and now I'm wishing I hadn't. I mean, if I had just benched him this time, like I was thinking about doing, and taken Magic into that fight, I would have come out of that easily. But like I said, you don't anticipate a Magic on that node. I've never faced a Magic on that node. I mean, it makes sense. Just a surprise. Electro rank 4, don't have any rank 5s yet. No worries, man, you'll get there. Ryan Kim, what's up? Just got a 4-star Punisher, nice. Congrats. Falcon should have been tech, yeah, but by their logic now that they're using, because he has ability reduction, or ability accuracy reduction, he has to be skill. Wow, that's amazing, Chappie. Got a 4-star and then awakened him from a PHC right after. That's amazing. Is Howard the Duck any good? Someone with Howard the Duck is going to have to answer that. I don't think he looks that great. I'm not really impressed with my 3-star, but every time I say, someone in the chat will say, actually, he's pretty decent. Yes, sir. 4 stars, a 4-star. Yeah, he has very good, as Art of Chaos mentioned, he has very good synergies. "62 hits to take down Beast. That was ridiculous. Of course, a lot of those were from the L1, but still, that's a lot. Hate Falcon, his special is so weak. Yeah, I think his primary purpose is as synergy champion. I mean, if you don't have any other ability reduction champions, then he can come in handy. But there are a lot of other champions that lower ability accuracy and do it better than he does. Howard is good after you fire his L1 and then keep using L2 or so. Yeah, Arena, I use the 3-star in Arena once or twice a week and use his L1 and that's about it. Hate Howard's voice, yeah. I think they've done a good job of making just about everyone a little bit more annoying in the game with the grunts and stuff that they've added. Dave uses Howard on defense. Trying to think of where you would put him on defense. Just a heavy armor node or what? I think I probably push to 5. We should be at 2 million tonight. We can do 5. Not a big deal. Enhanced abilities. Interesting. Michael Hernandez, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Howard is the type of champ you put in an Alliance War defense when your roster isn't endgame advanced. Able to grind arena like me, is it your roster? You don't have enough on your roster, or don't have the time, or what? Or need some help getting on the infinite streak? It's Captain Jack Sparrow. Both? Well, that's there's a lot of videos out there on how to attain the infinite streak. A lot of it has to do with sandbagging. If you've got a few 440s and some units, you could do it with just 2 440s even. Do you think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is dark at times? I don't think it was any darker than the first one. I guess it depends on how you define dark. Most emotion and family values. You definitely added some dramatic elements that weren't present in the first one. Usually go for 3-star 1. No, hey, that's not anything wrong with that, man. Just rake in those 3 stars, and as you get your 4 stars ranked, you'll be in a better position to jump into the 4-star arena. It's just part of the progression. That's part of the progression. Is AA any good if the opponent is poison bleed immune? He really is gimped quite a bit against poison and bleed immune. Because, I mean, that's what's going for him. You want to get that neurotoxin active and to drain health super fast and lower ability accuracy. And you can't do that. You can't get neurotoxin going if the opponent is bleed immune or poison immune. Welcome back, Aiden. What's up, JDam? Yeah, that sucked, but yeah, I'll leave it at that because I don't want to give any spoilers out or anything. That's funny, Mapton Corgi, also known as Chris Lamb. What's up? Guardians of the Galaxy 1. Yeah, I like the first one better. I like 2, but I like the first one the best. I don't need to search Brutal DLX. You could just hit the leaderboard icon on the bottom right of your screen, and he's there. Still in the top 10, I'm sure. Kovar 8A, what's up? Why don't you rank up Groot? I refuse. He was not the guardian that I was wanting to get. You like the second one better? Better villain? Yeah, I mean, I know it's a Marvel character and all, but I thought that was kind of cheap. I don't get the ego thing. Love to see Sabretooth, the Mega Red, pop in the contest. Mega Red with his toxic pheromones. You bring up a good point, though. Why isn't Sabretooth in the contest yet? Am I jealous? Nah, not really. J-Dam, because Groot sucks. Yes, this is another reason. What's your favorite Guardians of the Galaxy as far as a movie or characters? I like the first one. I did like the second one, but I like the first one better. Character? Well, I'm going to have to go with Star-Lord right now, because that's the one I'm hoping to get the most. But as far as, like, fun to play with, I really enjoy Yondu. Sabretooth would be owned by Fox, right, but so would a lot of these other X-Men that are in the game. Omega Red is a bedwetter. If you watch the movie multiple times, you'll get the amazingness of Volume 2. Maybe you should do it. You should definitely do that with Homecoming, yeah. Do I know Shoplifter Link? No, I don't. Ryan Kim, have a great night. I do plan on streaming tomorrow. Lord Vader, good to see you again. I'm a bit leery when people tell me to Google things that I don't know of. I've done that one time in my younger days, once or twice, and end up seeing things I'd rather not see, or things that I can't unsee. Yeah, Mystique would be fun. I really don't know the process that they go through to determine like what champs can be added or will be added and which ones won't. Yondu or Mary Poppins? Yeah, Mary Poppins, y'all. Kovar, thanks for the sub. That's why you haven't seen any Fantastic Four in the game. Yeah, we were talking about that the other night. That's what I've heard, that it was Fox owns the copyright, or they own the rights to those champions, but they do the X-Men as well, and the X-Men are in the game. A cup? It may have, Art of Chaos, it may have. Ever hear of Virtually Vain? No. Virtually vain. Not quite, but virtually so. Open Doc Crystal got a 3-star Goblin. Congrats, Crimson Trooper. That's better than I did. I got 5 2-stars, and not anything that was worth the $10 that I spent on those crystals. That's for sure. Gran, whatever, you know. I respond to a lot of different things. Three armor breaks, L2, KO. Behold the greatness of Spider-Gwen. When you get a minute off stream, look him up on YouTube. Some of the best Xbox Live trolling I've ever seen. Let me write that down, or I'll copy it out. Copy it and paste it into a search box and hit enter afterwards. Maybe if my mouse will work. I have this, my mouse kind of went out on my computer, so I switched it out for an old mouse that I have in a drawer, and the button doesn't want to work. What do we got? Mapton Corgi with a $5 super chat. Thanks a lot for that. Let's whale out. Whale out. Thank you, sir. I'll put your name up there on the stream, on the screen, the scheme stream screen. Mapton Corgi, the $5 super chat. Alright, let me try to get caught up with the chat here. Avengers, X-Men, Defenders, Inhumans, what do you prefer? It's hard to say. I mean, not the Inhumans. That just looks cheesy, even the previews right now. But I enjoyed all the other ones. Sabretooth would have to be a carbon copy of Wolvie's 2 OP. Maybe. I think they would they'd complicate him up some. Charles boy, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. How you been? And didn't catch what Ramesh was typing there, but apparently he is taking some time off. Wish you knew how to do what, sir? Hope Marvel makes a Moon Knight Netflix series. There's been rumor of that happening. Was thinking earlier today, I know it won't happen. I would be surprised if it did, but it would be cool if they would give Moon Knight some crazy buff for the solar eclipse that's coming up in a couple of weeks. Or maybe just take this as an opportunity to revamp the champ entirely, you know. Hey, no worry, Lord Vader. You are welcome to watch for free. I'm not, I don't charge admission. Of course, super chats are always welcome, but no expectation for you to do so. So just hang out and enjoy the company. Super chat. There's a if you're on a mobile device, then there's no way to do that through the chat. There's a link in the description of the channel. You can follow and do it that way, but the super chat feature built into the chat of YouTube is, as far as I know, only available on a PC or computer. Character that you really hate in the game? Spider-Man. I mean, like, my least favorite champions, just from a playable standpoint, are probably the same as a lot of other people. She-Hulk, for example. But as far as my nemesis in the game, it's definitely Spider-Man. I've died to Spider-Man more times than to any other opponent in the game, I think. His evade still gets me. Even when he can't evade, his evade gets me. It's because it's a mental thing now at this point. Four-star Dormammu needs to be ranked. He'll get ranked. He will. He needs to get awakened first. Next Mystic to go up is Voodoo, and then Dormammu will go up after that. But I can't rank any Mystics until I open some class catalysts, and I'm not doing that until I can spend some techs, I think. I'm about to get impatient and just say, screw it, open crystals, and if they're tech, let them expire. Because right now my option is to rank up my 5-star unduped Iron Man to rank 3 to use some tech catalysts. Other options are to rank up a 4-star, but I'd have to use 8 tier 4 basic catalysts to do that, and I don't want to waste those basic catalysts. Would be great if they gave a villain their own series. Well, the rumor now is also they're making a Venom movie with Tom Hardy playing Venom, so I don't think that that's going to be a Netflix series or a ABC series. Oh, I hit my L2 and apparently my L2 was not as fast as his L2, because he got me. Jamie Johnson, what's up? Welcome to the stream tonight. Hope you're doing well. No problem, Crimson Trooper. Thank you, sir. And you too, Chappie. I think Joel Lyon had a couple science expire. B-Manny let his expire too. Yeah, I mean it's just to that point. I'll show you what I got here in a minute. It's ridiculous that yeah, 6 months ago, if someone had told me I'd be in this situation where I have way too many class catalysts and not enough tier 4 basics, I would not have believed them. And I am not even close to the worst in my alliance with this. Aaron C., what's up? Good to see you tonight. Trying to keep Ristic straight. Good luck. Good luck with that. How much for that 4-star Electro in Arena, you think? Milestones are 4 million. He's going to be under 5. I would absolutely be flabbergasted if he went over 5. All right, so here's what we got. Come on, scroll. There we go. 4. All right. So this is what I'm sitting on now. Still 8 tier 4 tech. So any more tech that I open are going to go to stash. I've got 6 skill, 7 skill, 6 science. The other ones I'm not too worried about because I just ranked up Hyperion, ate through some of those, and anyway, so that's where I'm at. Not too terribly worried yet because as soon as I get one more basic, which I only need 8,000 shards. I can use some skill catalysts. Those are going to go on Gwenpool here. So that'll take 5 basics and 3 skill cats. But that still leaves me with a problem that I have to use those tech catalysts. And this is these are my tech options. So I can rank up a 4-star. They're all at rank 3 right now. But in order to use tech catalysts, I've got to use 3 basics to get them to rank 4. And then 5 basics to use those tech catalysts to get them to rank 5. That's 8 basic catalysts. And those are too high a commodity, too precious a commodity to throw 8 basic catalysts on a champion I don't want to rank. Or I can take this unduped Iron Man to rank 3 for only 4 basic catalysts, but burn through 3 of those tech catalysts. So I may do that. But I've not opened probably in 2 months. Got the glory crystals, greater glory crystals, tier 4 class catalyst fragment crystals, 170 of them. 75 map 6 crystals, 11 tier 4 class catalyst crystals. So I mean, I am not hurting. 84 map 5 crystals. I'm not hurting for class catalyst crystals at all. It's those tier 4 basics that are ridiculous. Texan stash right now, no one to rank except Rocket or Hulkbuster. Yeah. Thanos will be a great boss. 2018, huh? How much for Hood? I'm planning 4.5 to 5 million. I'll probably end up doing 5. Hope for the best. Who should I take up to 440? Unduped D? Is that Dormammu? Or Daredevil? Out of those, if you're talking Dormammu and he's unawakened, I would say don't use your resources on him yet. Ultron is... you can't go wrong with Ultron. Totally rank up IP. Yeah, Nebula Gonzalo Arboleda, welcome to the stream. I've thought about Nebula because it would give me a 4th champion that's double immune as a rank 5. But again, 8 tier 4 basics for a champ that I'm not even sure that I really would use regularly. How old are you on MCOC? October I will have been playing for 2 years. In the same situation, but worse. Yeah. I've been sitting on those tech for a long time. I just got lucky that I got Iceman, Hyperion, and Gwenpool all and able to get those ranked up and burn through some of those others. So I haven't needed to open any crystals yet. Still working through some of the leftovers from my Labyrinth run, I think. Yeah, 4-star Iron Man's already awakened. 5-star Iron Man is not awake. He was my first 5-star. Maybe he deserves rank 3. I don't know. But I would like to get Voodoo to rank 5, and I can't do that unless I get one more Mystic. I would like to go ahead and rank my 5-star Magneto to rank 3. And I would need several mutants to do that. I mean, the question is just, do I want to use the alphas and the basics to rank the 5-star Iron Man, or just take a loss on the tech catalysts? October 30th, you'll have played The Gift of Life for 21 years. Nice. Tebow16, what's up, man? Good to see you tonight. I would love to give them to you, Chappie. That's one of the reasons I keep saying I wish they would give us the option to barter in the game. You know, even if it costs a few units, I would trade you some tech for some Mystic. Or Mutant, or just about anything else. Thor Ragnarok on MCOC. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw it. Ramesh Tavasuja, welcome back. Yeah, that's my worry too, D-King. But the thing is, I've got enough. I mean, even if I burn 2 of them, I've still got enough to take a 5-star to rank 4. We got a 5-star Iron Man dupe, no tech T4CC. Yeah, this game... Yeah, I don't know. It's just either some crazy random luck or they have some kind of built-in way of messing with you. Because for the longest time, Tech was the hardest champion class for me to get in the game. I had multiple of every other champion as a 4-star, awakened, duped several times before I pulled a single Tech 4-star. It was a running joke in my alliance at the time that I would never get a 4-star Tech champion. Matter of fact, I pulled Iron Man was my first 5-star. And I got him as a 5-star before I ever pulled a 4-star Tech. And so still, Tech is my least common pull from a 4-star crystal. And yet, that's all I can ever pull from class catalysts. It's crazy. The Glory of Man, what's up? Good to see you tonight. Haven't seen you in a few days. I know you were working Sunday, and then I've had a crazy hectic week. Haven't been on myself since Sunday night. Actually, I did a live stream yesterday afternoon, but haven't been on in the evening since Sunday night. You have a rank 4 5-star. I have 2 of them. I have Magic and Storm are rank 4. Welcome back, Ryan Kim. Any tips for 525? Slow play, Tebow. Slow play. That Bane is really the big thing. Let it work for you and do its thing on the degeneration on your opponents. It's not as fast as you'd like it to be, but let it do its thing anyway. And then don't push them above a bar of power when they have less than half of the Bane timer left. Because if you do that, they will hold on to their special right until the Bane timer expires, and then you'll have to eat that degen on yourself. So you can go back and watch the live stream. I can't remember when I did it. It was about 2 weeks ago or so when I finished up 5.2. And what I would do is I would get a combo in and then parry and just do 1 or 2 hits, parry 1 or 2 hits, and wait until that Bane was almost expired on them, and then parry, and then begin my combo so that I transfer that Bane in the middle of the combo, and then I immediately start baiting out that special so that they don't have it. They're under 1 bar of power once they get down to about halfway on the timer, and then I'd do that again. I wouldn't push them above that bar until right after I transfer that Bane back to them. Resources I've been lacking are tier 1 alphas and gold. Yeah, ranking 5 stars really tears through those resources. Haven't been right since early Sunday workday, once a month. Midday guy and a night owl supreme. Nice, I like it. Only been playing since January. Well, it sounds like you've been making some good progress in the game, though. Yeah, sleep will catch it. Like I said, man, these last 2 nights, I don't know what in the world has been going on, but I just I lay down. I'm just like not last night, night before. Tuesday, I'm in Wichita, Kansas, and I drove up to Kansas City, about a 3-hour drive. Spent a few hours there, drove home. Got home at about 7 p.m. Laid down at 8 o'clock thinking I'd take a quick nap, be up in time for the live stream at 11, and woke up at 5 o'clock the next morning. Like, that never happens. Never happens. Usually up until 1 or 2 in the morning. Spider-Man versus Nightcrawler, who's the winner? Man, that could go either way. AQ, what is AQ tears through gold? Or tears through gold? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it's you gotta do arena. That's allows it. The most time-consuming thing about this game is arena, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it to be able to hit the donations and still have the resources that you need to rank up champions. Manage a Radio Shack in Wichita. Really? That's a big difference. Radio Shack in Wichita to Steel Mill in Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, don't I know it, D King? Man, I need to get back on it. I did, man, January be 4 years ago. I started working out and thought, man, I needed to lose some weight. Started working out as New Year's resolutions. One of those things I had some friends like, you'll never stick with it. Well, I proved them wrong. Got into the lifestyle. I actually just loved it. Was at the point I was spending 2 hours a day, 6 days a week at the gym. Dropped almost 50 pounds. Was in the best shape of my life. And then started a new job about 2 years ago. And just took time away from the gym. Decided since I lost all this weight, I wanted to try to put some muscle on, so I thought, you know, I'll try a bulk, right? And so that started out okay, but then on top of working and missing a day here and there in the gym, and then the diet starts slipping, and then you make one excuse after the other, and now it's like all in my head. I know I need to get back, and I know what I need to do as far as making progress. But you get out of it for so long, it's hard to get back into the habit. Bottoms X, what's up? Falcon any good? Just pulled him from 4-star PhD. Congrats on that. We just had this conversation earlier in the stream that he's not a bad champion. The problem is that there are so many other skilled champions that are better than he is. Probably the best thing he's got going for him is his synergies. Ohio. Sorry about that. What did I say? Pennsylvania? Who should I use? Awakening Gem, Hood, or Ghost Rider? Ghost Rider doesn't really need to be awakened to be good, but here's the thing. Ghost Rider only needs to be signature level 1, really, for his signature ability to be effective for him. Just adding another judgment allows you to extend every other judgment that he can place. Hood, we looked at his signature ability earlier. I'm not really sure if he is if it's really necessary for him to be awakened to be good or not. Alex Hernandez, thanks for the sub there. Appreciate that. Personally, I would choose Ghost Rider over Hood. Because Ghost Rider has some of the best sustainability in the game for Alliance Quest now. Have a great night, Kovar. It's not during AW or AQ, best decision ever made. Yeah, I need to, actually a friend of mine and I have been running. I'm not great on the running because I've got a history of shin splints. It's a pain in the butt, figuratively speaking. Trying to talk him into doing some more resistance training because I'd rather do the weights than the cardio, but it's at least a place to start. Getting me back in the gym. Yeah, shin splints, man. I mean, they've not been too terrible lately. I mean, just achy. But, when was that? Back probably 15 years ago. I mean, I had them since high school. I think my senior year in high school was really the first time I had an issue with them. But 15 years ago, I'd gone back to college in my late 20s, and one of the requirements was to take a phys ed class type of thing. And they had us run a mile at the beginning of the semester and a mile at the end of the semester, and you had to measure improvement. And I told the professor right up front, I've got this history with shin splints. They said, do the best you can. So I started running and thought I was going to make it through the semester no problem. And about 3 weeks left of the semester, I busted a blood vessel in my left leg and my shin. And a huge solid bruise from my ankle to my knee. Couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. It was a mess. She says, "Oh well, I guess you weren't kidding, were you?" Like, no, I wasn't kidding. Yeah, I know John Doe, but for me, I'm the kind of personality that if I'm just going to be at home, I'm probably not going to do it. That's one of the reasons I went to the gym, and I spent 2 hours there every day, because a lot of the days when I wasn't motivated to do anything, if I just got in the car and put myself at the gym, I would do it anyway. Even if I didn't feel like working out, I would work out anyway because I'm at the gym. If I'm at home and I don't feel like working out, it ain't gonna happen. "6'3" as a 13-year-old. I've never been 6'3", not even as a 13-year-old. I might have been 5'3" as a 13-year-old. No, I doubt it. I don't think I've grown an inch since I was in 7th grade. I blame gluten. Everything is gluten fault, right? Stretching? Yeah, have you tried yoga? Still 6'3" as a 45-year-old. Well, you are head and shoulders above me, my friend. I am barely, actually probably not even barely, yeah, like a hair under 5'7". My little brother got the height. He's not that tall. I think he's 5'11" or something like that. So my kids, my younger ones, they'll be taller than me someday, I'm sure. But right now they're still, they're still small. But my older kids, they're both taller than I am. My son just thought it was the greatest day in the world when he came up to me and he finally realized he's taller than Dad. I'm like, just don't forget, I can still beat you down, boy. Right, John Doe. Yeah, I agree. The Mountain. That's a big dude. They don't know about dad strength. Yeah, exactly. That was one of my motivations for hitting the gym too. Or at least that's what I told my daughter. Because she'll be 17 here in a couple of months. But back in the day, Yeah, she was 15 at the time, and I told her, yeah, I gotta hit the gym now because you're gonna be bringing boys home soon. Can't have these little punk teenagers being bigger than your dad, thinking they can get away with stuff. Every teenager think they can. Well, every teenage boy, yeah. I mean, there's. I think that's just part of the way God made teenage boys. You know, they gotta be. They gotta be better than dad. Bigger, stronger, better than dad, smarter than dad, whatever. It's that built-in testosterone. A desire for competition, and dad's the easiest target. Still looking for an okay priced used treadmill. Well, I got a used elliptical in the house you could have if you want. You'll have to come get it. Gran equals old man Logan, old man Kahonu. No, no, I'm not the oldest. Chappie's older than I am. We were having this conversation yesterday in the stream too. There's a couple YouTubers, MCOC YouTubers that are older than I am. Keith Winnett and The Real Deal are both older. I'm still a young chap at the green age of 41. I'm a teenager, can confirm what that you just said is true. Good, Crimson Trooper. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with it. I remember the same thing when I was a kid. I mean, it just... and I think you grow up with that too. There's an old Greek phrase. I can't remember how to say it in Greek, but basically it's be a better man than your father. Be a better man than your father. And I think every boy grows up wanting to do that until they get to be an older man and realize, I just hope that I can be as good of a man as my dad was. Unless you had a really lousy dad, you know, there are definitely those too. In which case, just be a better man than your father. But my goal is that my kids someday will say, "I hope I'm as good as, you know, I hope that I can be like Dad." Anyway, don't need to be bigger than your daughter's boyfriend. You just need to clean your shotgun in front, right? Yeah, no, I don't think I need to be bigger, but it was a fun conversation. You know, 15 years old, she's, you know, still uncomfortable talking about boys with dad, you know, things like that. So tell your 2-year-old no, he gives you a look like he's sizing you up. Oh yeah, yeah, you better get those boxing gloves ready, D King. I'm telling you. Mark my words, 12 years from now, when he is 14 years old, there's going to be a switch that just flips like that, and he's going to wake up one day with testosterone oozing out of his ears, thinking that he rules the world, and, you know, don't get in his way kind of thing. It was just like, we could almost put it on the calendar for our boys when that was going to happen. From about 14 to about 17. Riffing on what Joel likes to do, combine his name with Marvel characters. Yeah, sounds good. Gonna be on a treadmill. Yeah. I tell you what, though, I lost the most weight not from doing cardio. I think it was a mix. I mean, you gotta do the resistance training. I mean, the best fat burner is muscle. Thanks, Chappie. Where else can you talk about dads and teenagers and MCOC all at the same time? Alright, I'm going to grab some of these rewards. I'm going to leave the last milestone on, and so that I can continue just to hit the next fight. But grab some of these. See, we don't want the very last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I should leave 2, just in case I accidentally grab one of them. One of the few who put on weight during basic. Just, the work, just making you hungry, eating extra food. It's crazy how your appetite adjusts to what you're doing. When I was doing, like towards the end, I dialed in my diet. I mean, just, it was on point. I ate the same thing every day, just for 6 days a week, and knew exactly how many, you know, what my macros were, exactly how many grams of fat and protein and carbs I was eating. And the last 8 weeks, before I started adding stuff back into the diet, I was not in a ketosis, not in like a keto diet, but it was a modified kind of carb cycling, where I would cut carbs down a little bit each week. And so the last few weeks I was very, very low carbs, like 30 grams of carbs a day for 6 days, and then 1 day a week I would just go crazy on carbs, and I'd have one huge cheat meal, and I'd probably eat 4,000 to 5,000 calories on that 1 day of the week, and still just dropping weight like crazy. Getting you know, still in the gym 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, metabolism just going nuts, fitting into, you know, jeans that I hadn't fit in since I was 20 years old. It was crazy. Nutrition, that, and quit drinking, I want to say 15 to 20, yeah, nutrition. I mean, I think it's the whole package. If you get it down, you can do it, but it really takes a change of lifestyle. And once you stop doing those things, you put the weight back on, like, you know, like I have. Ramesh, you have Doc Ock open 5 minutes ago. Very lucky. Congrats on that. Almost 30 pounds during Air Force Basic, exercising, eating a ton. Nice. Yeah, that's when I was doing it. Water and coffee. That's all I drank. Well, that's pretty much all I drink now anyway. But and then about 1.5 gallons of water every day. Nabby Boy Fan. I always want to say Nabby Fanboy, but Nabby Boy Fan here, trying to lose weight using the intermittent fasting. Nice. Is that working for you? LRX Campion, welcome to the stream. How can I start doing MCOC videos? Which app do you use to record? I use Air Server on my computer to reflect the screen, my phone screen, to the desktop, and then I use OBS. Open Broadcast Studio, I think is what it stands for, OBS, to to capture that air server window and record. Ramesh, I don't do friend requests in the game typically unless I've got a reason to send someone something, or other way around. Not a fan of the communication method in game. Water, beer, and Monster Rehab drinks. Yeah. Had a lot of monsters last week. I don't typically drink that kind of stuff, but it's like once I have one, then it's like I have to have one every day. I have to remind myself, you gotta cut this stuff out. But I was tired, had a deadline to meet, needed to keep my eyes open during, so I could work. So Monster energy drinks it was. Going pretty good. Well, I'm glad to hear that it's working for you. Ooh, right next to Iceman. How nice would that have been? Actually, not nice at all after just dropping an Awakening Gem on him. Wouldn't that just figure? Yeah, it's 10 after 1 here, so I've been going almost 2 hours. It's about that time. That crossbones would have been nice there too. Probably the most healthy MCOC live stream ever. Congrats. Saving lives. That's what we do here, the Glory Man. That's what we do. You know, though, what those Monster energy drinks have in them, I mean, besides the unhealthy stuff, they've got, like, the stuff that you can get in a pre-workout. Okay, so I don't know where I'd get this stuff anymore, but I used to mix my own pre-workouts. I'd get the ingredients from a website called Powder City, powdercity.com, and so I'd measure out my own taurine. What else was in there? Citrulline malate. It's been a while since I've done this. But you could mix all of those things up, and then that Citmal gives it a very tangy, like citric, sour flavor to it. And then I've got some like apple flavor drops to put in there. Anyway, just mix up your own pre-workout type drink, and you can have basically the same thing that a Monster energy drink or a Red Bull will do for you, without all of the extra sugar in there that you don't really need. And mixing your own stuff, it's a lot cheaper too than buying a pre-workout. So you record with OBS on your PC? Yes, sir. That's what I do. Hey, no worries, Chappie. Hope that you have a productive day and get some rest after a long shift like that. Powder City sounds like what Tony Montana named his mansion. Really? Yeah, I think I saw something that they are done. They're not functioning anymore. So I don't know where I would get this stuff. I imagine you could just Google or even Amazon the specific ingredients there for a pre-workout energy type drink. Max Sig crystals all day long. Look, take it. Give me that Iron Fist. Nope. Or shards. We'll take shards. It's alright. It's alright. Organic mix is the way to go for a good workout. Yeah. Yeah, I did that. I made my own pre-workout, and then for my intra-workout, I just had a big bottle of water. These big Smart Waters. What is that? 33.8 ounces. 1 liter. And then I'd put 2 tablespoons of Gatorade, some BCAA, and some glutamine in the water. And that was my intro workout. Drink that during the workout. And then the rest of the day, just clear water. Just water. Anyway. Alright guys, that's going to do it for me tonight. I do have to get to bed. I'm going to be expected to get up in the morning. Unfortunately, I got a meeting in the morning, so got to call it a night. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Always appreciate the company. You guys are great. Hope that you have a good night. I will be streaming tomorrow. At least the plan is to be streaming tomorrow night at my regular time, 11 p.m. Central Standard. Given the way this week has gone, though, let's just say I'm going to do my best. And hope to see you there. Okay, have a great night, guys. Until then, this is Gran Cahonu smoking it down. We'll catch you guys later.